Hey everyone, this is KiloBisto here and welcome to the evolution of Batman in cartoons. So Batman first appeared in cartoons in 1968 in The Adventures of Batman. This was about the dynamic duo of Batman and Robin that battles crime in Gotham City.
Clown Prince of Crime, the Penguin, Pudgy.
He then appeared in 1977 in The New Adventures of Batman, and this was about Batman, Robin, and Batgirl that fight crime in Gotham City with the help of Batmite.
Right. Where are you, Batmite? The Joker. Greetings, Batbrain and Boy Blunder. This evening at precisely 7 o'clock.
Then you see him in Batman the Animated Series in 1992, and the series focused on the exploits of Batman and his crusade against injustice in modern-day Gotham City, a dark, gothic, crime-ridden area.
Thank you. Ha ha! Ow! Ha ha!
He then appears in 1993 in Batman Mask of Phantasm, and this movie is about a Batman that is pitted against a mysterious figure who is rubbing out Gotham City's most dangerous criminals and who many believe is the Caped Crusader himself. Then you see him in 1997 in The New Batman Adventures, where the Dark Knight battles crime in Gotham City with occasional help from Robin and Batgirl.
Oh no.
Then he appears in 1998 in Batman and Mr. Freeze SUBZERO, where Mr. Freeze kidnaps Barbara Gordon to use her plasma to rejuvenate his dying wife, leaving Batman and Robin to race against time to save Barbara and stop Freeze's desperate scheme.
Wait. Now!
He then appears in 1999 in Batman Beyond, and this is about decades after the retirement of Bruce Wayne as Batman, a boy dons the identity to avenge his own father's murder.
You want me, Slappy? I'm right here.
I'll kill you!
He then appears in 2000 in Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, and this is about an older Bruce Wayne that trains a college student, Terry McGinnis, to replace him as Batman. Meanwhile, the Joker has re-emerged as the leader of the Jokers, a gang inspired by their evil hero who was previously thought to be dead. Terry tries to stop the theft of communications gear by the Jokers, but the Joker narrowly escapes. Then he appears in 2003 in Batman Mystery of Batwoman, and this is about a Batman that teams up with Catwoman to defeat the Penguin.
Senor Batman.
Here.
I could have gotten out of them.
No doubt, since you got yourself into them. Your friends are waiting to rescue you. Let's not disappoint them.
No, let's not.
Then he appears in 2004 in The Batman, and this is about Batman that began fighting crime 3 years prior to the start of the series, and the Gotham City police do not publicly acknowledge the Vigilant's existence.
You've heard this one before, Joker. A man walked into a bar and said, "Ow."
Okay, so then he appeared in Batman New Times in 2005, and it is about the Joker that's returning to Gotham with an evil plan on New Year's Eve, and Batman is going to try to defeat him.
How's it hanging, Batman?
Don't do it, Catwoman!
Sorry, Batman. A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do.
Then he appears once again in 2005 in The Batman vs. Dracula, and this is about the vampire that hatches a plot to enslave Batman, the Joker, the Penguin, and the rest of Gotham City.
I shall. You spurn my offer of eternal life. The next time, we do not part.
Then you see him in 2008 in Batman Gotham Knight, and this is about a collection of key events that mark Bruce Wayne's life as he journeys for a beginner to the Dark Knight. He appears once again in 2008 in Batman the Brave and the Bold, and this is about Batman that is teaming up with other minor characters from the DC universe to thwart minor villains or to solve crimes.
Not on my watch.
Hey, look, I feel the same way about Star City, but
nothing. I'm winning this race. The same way I won in Monte Carlo last year.
oh, please.
Then you see him in 2010 in Batman Under the Red Hood, and this is about Batman that faces a vigilant who aims to clean up Gotham City but does not follow his moral code.
Enough! It's over!
Okay, so then you see him in 2011 in Batman Year One, and this follows the story of Batman where Bruce actually goes to Gotham City and quickly becomes acquainted with the violence and corruption of the city. Wayne transforms into Batman and begins his fight against crime and evil. So then we see him in 2012 in Batman of Shanghai, and this is about Batman that rescues a pretty blonde captive from Hugo Strange who needs her blood for an evil experiment.
The scroll!
Then he appears once again in 2012 in Batman The Dark Knight Returns, and this is about Batman that comes out of the retirement and gets help from a teenage sidekick. He faces off against the Joker and Two-Face before a battle to the death begins against Superman.
Clumsy.
Then he appears in 2013 in Lego Batman the Movie, where Batman and the Justice League team up to prevent Lex Luthor and the Joker from destroying the world one brick at a time.
Oh, come on! Oh, see? Now you get out! You were afraid of a real fight!
Then we see him once again in 2013 in Beware the Batman, and this series is set during Bruce Wayne's early years as the Batman following his initial period of battling organized crimes. Then he appears in Batman Strange Days in 2014, which is about a monster man that delivers a kidnapped woman to the mountain headquarters of his creator, Professor Hugo Strange, who plans on using her blood for his experiment. However, Batman is aware of the kidnapping and arrives to save the woman.
Stay back!
Then you see him once again in 2014 in Batman Assault on Arkham, and this is about Batman that must prevent the Joker from destroying Gotham City while battling a new batch of villains called the Suicide Squad. Then you see him in 2015 in Batman vs. Robin, where Damian Wayne, aka Robin, has a hard time accepting his father's no-killing rule and soon starts to believe his destiny lies within a secret society. Then he once again appears in 2015 in Batman Unlimited Animal Instincts, and this is about Batman that swings out to investigate a beast-themed plague. But with the Penguin and his cyber animals added to the mix, Batman will need the help of Green Arrow and the Flash to bring them to heel. Then you see him once again in 2015 in Batman Unlimited Monster Mayhem, and this is about the Dark Knight that assembles his heroic friends like Green Arrow and Nightwing to stop the Joker and his cronies from unleashing a computer virus.
No, we need to smooth the throwing animation.
Not recorded, sir.
Then he appears in 2016 in Batman Bad Blood, and this is about Bruce Wayne that is missing, so Alfred covers for him while Nightwing and Robin patrol Gotham City in his stead.
This wasn't a break-in, was it, Firefly?
Of course not.
They're working for someone new.
Who?
Then once again he appears in 2016 in Batman Unlimited MECHS vs. Mutants, and this is about Gotham City that faces catastrophe when Mr. Freeze transforms Killer Croc and Bane into mega-sized mutant monsters. As the gigantic villains go on a rampage, it's up to the Caped Crusader to cut them down to size.
Thank you, Alfred. Studying. Good.
That's what I was trying to tell
Then he once again appears in 2016 in Batman The Killing Joke, and this is about Batman that must save Commissioner Gordon from the Joker's twisted quest to drive him insane.
Silly goose, it's on.
Then he appears once again in 2016 in Batman Return of the Caped Crusaders, and this is about Batman and Robin that have their hands full when Penguin, the Joker, the Riddler, and Catwoman combine their nefarious talents to threaten Gotham City. Then he appears in 2017 in the Lego Batman movie, and this is about Batman that teams up with other superheroes to save the city from the Joker.
Must be what powers that deconstructing device. I picked up kryptonite. I'll take it from here.
He appears once again in 2017 in Batman and Harley Quinn, and this is about Batman and Nightwing that join forces with Harley Quinn to stop a global threat brought about by Poison Ivy and the Plant Master.
The car!
Did you get what you needed?
Well, yeah. Evie's whereabouts, of course. That's what you meant. No, not yet.
He then appears once again in 2017 in Batman vs. Two-Face, and this is about Harvey Dent, whose face has been scarred by acid, goes on a crime spree based on the flip of a defaced two-headed silver dollar, and that's when he fights Batman. Then Batman appears in 2018 in Batman Gotham by Gaslight, and this is a reimagination of Batman in the Victorian era who scours the dark streets of Gotham City to find the elusive and infamous serial killer Jack the Ripper.
That slut nut of yours.
Then he once again appears in 2018 in Batman Ninja, and this is about Batman along with his allies and adversaries finds himself transported from modern Gotham City to feudal Japan.
cannot be allowed to live.
Who's your master?
Then we see him in 2019 in Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and this is about Batman and his Harleys that team up with the Turtles to battle Shredder, Ra's al Ghul, and the League of Assassins. Then we see him in 2019 in the LEGO DC Batman Family Matters, and this is about Batman that teams up with other superheroes to stop Red Hood.
Including how to escape the watchful eye of our formerly most trusted security protocol, Ace. No, I'll go alone. I want you to stay here and work.
He also appears once again in 2019 in Batman Hush, and this is about a mysterious villain that uses Catwoman, Riddler, Ra's al Ghul, and several of Batman's other enemies and allies in a game to create chaos in Batman's life.
Tonight, I'll show them.
And last but not least, Batman appears in 2020 in Batman: A Death in the Family, and this story provides one of the most shocking developments to the Batman history, as Jason Todd, aka the second Robin, is killed at the hand of Batman's archenemy, the Joker.
Joker showed me.
Because of my choice, I had to avoid repeating mistakes.